I'm sorry, Nina. I have to come home later than usual tonight.
What's going on, Carter? Do they have you working overtime again? It seems like you've been working pretty hard lately.
No, it's not any overtime, thankfully. I got a text from Blake a minute ago. He asked me if I wanted to go out together and get a few drinks tonight. You've met Blake before, right? My old friend from high school?
Yes, I have. We met him a few years ago at your cousin's wedding, if I remember right. But didn't he move a few states away? What's he doing back in town?
It sounds like he's in town on business. Apparently, he has some downtime this evening. He said he'd figure he might as well ask me out for drinks while he's here.
Well, I guess that's fine, considering how rare it is for you two to get a chance to meet these days. Just be careful not to drink too much, okay? I don't want you getting hammered and passing out in a gutter somewhere, all right?
No worries. If worst comes to worst, I can just crash with Blake at his place. He's apparently staying with his parents, so I'm sure they'll have a couch or something I could sleep on if I need to.
Well, okay then. Don't cause too much trouble for them, though, okay? Oh, just a sec. I've got a call coming in. I'll be back with you in a minute.
No problem, my lunch break just started. You don't need a rush.
Carter, what should I do?
What's going on, Nina? Is this about the phone call you just got? Did something happen? Who was it?
It was a call from the hospital my mom's been staying at. They said she's in critical condition and they've moved her to intensive care.
What? Critical condition? Seriously?
Yeah, it sounded pretty bad. They said they were doing everything they can, but they aren't sure whether or not she'll pull through. They said I should be there, just in case. What should I do? I should get over there as soon as possible, don't you think?
Of course, no doubt about it. I'm positive she would want her daughter there with her right now, and I'm sure that's what you want too.
Yeah, you're right. But what should I do about Mindy? Who's going to pick her up? I already told the daycare I'd be there at 4. Oh, and we need to tell your mom about this too.
No, don't panic, Nina. Just take a deep breath and try to calm down a bit, okay? You don't need to worry about all those other details right now. Everything's gonna be alright.
But I can't just leave Mindy alone at daycare.
No, don't worry, I'll go and pick her up at 4. I'm sure my bosses won't have a problem with letting me leave a little bit early if I explain to them what's going on. I'll bring my mom and dad up to date too. You can leave all that stuff with me.
Are you sure, Carter? Thank you so much.
No problem. You should just focus on getting your mom as soon as you can. We'll figure out the rest later. How long do you think you'll be staying there? At least a few days, right?
Yeah, at least 2 or 3. Maybe longer, depending on how things go. I can't really give you an exact number right now.
Well, Mindy and I will come by later to bring you a few changes of clothes at least. It'll probably take some time to get everything ready, so we'll come over first thing tomorrow morning.
Okay. Thanks again. For everything. Sorry you have to take all the responsibility for Mindy and all this.
Hey, don't worry about it. I don't mind at all, really. You just focus on going to see your mom, okay? The last thing that I'd want is for you to find out you spent too long worrying and got there too late.
Of course. Oh, thank you, Carter. Please don't forget to pick up Mindy at 4 sharp. I'll let you know when I get checked into my hotel, and I'll see you tomorrow morning. I'll talk to you later. Take care. Nina! What are you doing? Where are you? Brenda? What's going on? I was asleep, so I missed your calls. Sorry about that. You were sleeping? What on earth were you thinking? I'm sorry. I've had a really long and hectic day, so I was just completely exhausted. I'm sure you must be worried about my mom as well. Your mother? What are you talking about? Wait, what? Weren't you trying to call me to talk about what's happening with my mom? I don't know what's going on with your mom, but the reason I was trying to call you is because of your daughter. Mindy? What about her? Did she cause some sort of trouble for you? Obviously not. Just the opposite, in fact. What on earth were you thinking, leaving your only daughter all alone overnight? She came running to me in tears. I've never seen her so upset in my life. What? That can't be right. That doesn't make any sense. If it wasn't right, I wouldn't be speaking to you about it right now. Carter wouldn't pick up my calls either, and he wouldn't even answer my texts. Is this how the two of you are treating your daughter? You should be ashamed. What kind of parents are you? No, I swear to you, I have no idea what's going on here. In fact, I'm staying in a hotel out of town right now. What? How can the two of you even call yourselves her parents? What could there possibly be in your life that takes priority over your own infant daughter? I got a call from the hospital that my mom's in critical condition, so I had to rush back to my hometown as soon as possible. Did you not hear about this from Carter? What? Your mother's in the hospital. In critical condition. I hadn't heard a single word about any of this. They told me that she was in a very dangerous position, so I left right away. I asked Carter to let you know and to take care of Mindy for tonight. So I got checked in here earlier this evening, and they're supposed to be joining me tomorrow morning. Did Mindy really come to your place all by herself? Yes, that's right. She got here just a few minutes ago on foot. She was sobbing and wailing that her mommy and daddy never came home. Poor girl. I thought the two of you had run off somewhere and left her all alone. She doesn't know that I've gone to visit my mom, does she? No, she didn't say anything about that at all. She had no idea where either you or Carter were. But I owe you an apology, Nina. I had no idea you were in the middle of such an emergency, and I immediately assumed the worst of you. I apologize for criticizing you so harshly when I didn't even understand the truth of what was going on. Oh, no, please, you don't need to apologize, Brenda. If I were in your position, I'm sure I would have acted the same way. But you said that you couldn't get in touch with Carter at all, right? That's right. As soon as Mindy got here, I tried to call him and text him, but he wouldn't answer at all. I didn't know if he was asleep or what. That's when I decided to try calling you instead. I see. Now I've got a better understanding of where you are, but I'm still not sure what's going on with my son. He should still be here in town, shouldn't he? So why did he disappear and leave Mindy at home alone? Do you have any idea of where he could be, Nina? Well, there is one thing that's coming to mind. Well, what is it? No, it's such a ridiculous idea. It couldn't possibly be true. No matter how I think about it, it just wouldn't make any sense for him to do that. I understand that you might not want to believe it, but if you have any ideas on what he's up to right now, please tell me. Well, earlier today, Carter told me that he had made plans to go out drinking with a friend this evening. I know he was looking forward to it, but you don't think he actually... I would certainly hope that he'd have a bit more common sense than that, but it sounds like it might be the only possible explanation. I'm sorry to ask you this, but were you familiar with this friend he said he'd be drinking with? He said it was his old high school friend, Blake. He was apparently in town on business and was staying at his parents' house. Blake? Oh yes, I remember that boy now. He and Carter spent a lot of time together in their school days. I'm actually still friends with his mother. I have their home phone number, and we call every now and then. Really? Yes. She and her husband used to come over and have dinner with us quite often, in fact. I'll call them tomorrow morning to see if they have any idea what's going on. In the meantime, what do you think we should do about Mindy? Considering the circumstances, I'm sure you'd like to give her a chance to see her grandmother again, wouldn't you? Yes, that's true. I'm sorry to ask this of you, but would it be possible for you to drive her here? Of course. I'd be glad to. If it's all right with you, would it be possible for me to see your mother as well? We may just be in-laws, but we're still technically related. She's been so kind to me every time we've met. I wouldn't want to take away any of your time together with her, though. She's obviously had a much longer and more important presence in your life than mine. Honestly, at this point, now that he's gone and left our daughter at home alone, I'd be much more happy to let you have a chance to see her than Carter. I'm sure my mom would be happy to see you too. She always told me how much she liked you whenever you two met. I'm flattered to hear you say that, Nina. Well then, we'll head over there first thing tomorrow morning. I'll take care of this business with Carter too, so just leave everything to me. Please just focus on your mother for now. Thank you so much, Brenda. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Sorry to bug you this early in the morning, Mom, but I need to ask you something. Mindy isn't at your place by any chance, is she?
So you're finally awake, are you? I was trying so hard to get a hold of you last night.
Oh, yeah, I saw your text. Sorry about that. But getting back on the topic, do you have any idea where Mindy might be? I haven't seen her around the house since I woke up.
You haven't seen her around the house? Don't you dare lie to your own mother, Carter!
Lie? What are you talking about, Mom? I've never breathed a word of a lie to you in my entire life.
You weren't even home last night, were you? You left your daughter to fend for herself when you went off to some bar where you drank yourself into a stupor before passing out. Then when you finally woke up, dragged your sorry self back home, you were surprised to learn that your daughter was nowhere to be found. Isn't that right?
What? You've got to be kidding, Mom. Do you have even a shred of proof to back up those crazy accusations?
I called Blake's parents' house. They said that you two had too much to drink, and they let you stay the night with them to sleep it off. Do you still think you can fool me when I've heard the truth straight from the horse's mouth?
Well, no, I guess I can't. Anyway, that's enough about me. Do you know where Mindy is? I'm worried about her. If you don't know, then help me look for her.
I can assure you she's safe and sound, so there's no need for you to worry about her. Mindy and I are both with Nina in her hotel room.
What? What are you doing there? Why is Mindy with you?
She came running to my place in the middle of the night, crying her eyes out. She ran into my arms, sobbing that Mommy and Daddy never came home. You told Nina that you'd take care of her, didn't you? What on earth were you thinking?
How do you know about that? Oh, I guess Nina must have told you, didn't she?
Of course she did! You never even told me that her mother was in critical condition in the hospital in the first place. You didn't follow through on either of your promises to Nina. You didn't take care of your daughter, and you didn't tell me about her mother.
I'm so sorry about that, Mom. I figured that since Mindy usually falls asleep pretty early anyway, there wouldn't be any harm in me going out for a couple of drinks.
But you didn't even come home until the next morning. No one on earth would tell you that that's an acceptable way to treat your daughter.
You don't have to bash me so hard for it. I apologized, didn't I? Anyway, I'm glad to hear that she's safe with you two. I'll be on my way to join you guys in a little bit. Take care of those two for me until I get there, okay?
Excuse me. Will you please stop acting so ridiculous? The three of us will be just fine here without you, thank you very much.
Mom, you're the one who's acting ridiculous. My mother-in-law's sick in the hospital right now. She's in a critical condition, like you said. I've obviously got to be there so I can see her. Nina must be anxious for me to get there too.
Nina's the one who told me to tell you not to come, as a matter of fact. She says she doesn't want a deadbeat drunk of a husband who goes bar crawling while her mother's in the hospital to be anywhere near her. And she certainly doesn't want you seeing her mother.
Huh? You're kidding, right?
You're the one who must be kidding. You didn't think you'd be able to just brush this off, did you? Now that we're clear, you can just wait at home until Nina gets back. Right now, Nina and Mindy are focused on her mother. I'm sorry to tell you, but they don't want a jerk like you getting in their way.
Nina, I'm so sorry about all of this. I'm sorry I left Mindy home alone. I'm sorry I didn't tell my mom about what's been going on. And I'm really sorry I ignored both responsibilities to go out drinking. I sincerely apologize for all of it. So please, just answer the phone, okay? I just want to talk.
You've been at this since yesterday, Carter. Can you not just wait until I decide I'm ready to talk to you? You do remember the state that my mom's been in, don't you?
Oh, thank God. I was starting to think that you'd block my number. I'm really sorry. Even though I thought Mindy was already asleep, I know it was still wrong of me to go out drinking with my friend while you were going through all of this.
If you realize what you did was wrong, then there's nothing else for us to talk about, is there? You acted like a totally selfish pig. Do you really think I'll let you just sweep that under the rug?
No, of course not. I swear I'll make it up to you. But I was hoping you would at least let me come and see how your mom's doing. I am her son-in-law after all. And I'm still your husband too. I feel like I ought to be there with you.
Well, you don't have to worry about coming to check up on her anymore. My mom passed away earlier this afternoon.
What? You mean she's already gone?
She seemed quite content that she got to see her granddaughter's face at the very end. I'm glad I was able to be there with her too. I guess I should be thanking you for at least making that much possible.
Wait, Nina, just hang on a second. Are you actually being serious right now? Your mom died this afternoon?
I would never lie to you about something this serious. I'm not like you after all.
Why didn't you tell me as soon as it happened then?
Whose fault do you think that is,
How can you even say that right now? I don't care how mad you are at me for what I did. I can't believe you wouldn't let your own husband be with you at such a crucial moment. What am I going to tell other people? My family? My friends? How am I supposed to explain this?
Am I supposed to care about your reputation right now? My own mom just died a few hours ago. In fact, I'm glad things turned out this way. I wouldn't have wanted her to see the two of us quarreling in her last moments on this earth.
All right, fine, whatever. I guess there's no use crying over spilt milk.
Well, I'm glad you understand at least.
So what now? I guess we should start making preparations for the funeral. I'll come over there today to help you start planning for it.
Like I keep saying, you don't need to come here. Just stay home. In fact, I'd much prefer it if you weren't here. You'd only get in the way.
What is that supposed to mean? I understand if you're still mad at me, but could you please give it a rest already? You're acting like a little spoiled kid. If I couldn't be there for my mother-in-law on her deathbed, I at least want to be able to attend her funeral. What kind of a husband would I be if I wasn't there for you for that? Just think for a minute before running your mouth.
If you ask me, you're the one who could stand to think a little harder before getting so heated. You went off and got drunk while your mother-in-law was dying in the hospital. Not only that, but you left your infant daughter alone at home in the process. Why on earth would I ever want to stay married to such a selfish, uncaring scumbag?
Wait, what are you saying, Nina? Are you telling me you want to get a divorce?
And what would you say if I did?
Oh, just calm down and think about this rationally for a second. I know I made a mistake, okay? I apologize, didn't I? I'll say it as many times as you want. I'm sorry. But don't forget that Mindy's not even in kindergarten yet. If you think about it, if something like this happens again, she'll be in trouble if she doesn't have a dad around.
Are you serious right now? How can you say that with a straight face after what you did?
Like I said before, I realize that I made a mistake. I'm sorry. I realize that might not have been the best way for me to make my point, but Mindy still needs both a mom and dad that she can count on in her life. I promise I will never do anything like this again.
If you really felt sorry for what you did, you'd keep your mouth shut and accept responsibility for whatever consequences you have to face. Are Mindy and my mom so trivial to you that you think you can just flip a switch and set everything right again?
You're not understanding me, Nina. I'm not trying to brush this away like it's nothing. All I'm saying is that divorce seems like an over-the-top reaction for something like this. At least give me a chance to prove that I can change.
In my opinion, This is more than enough grounds for a divorce on its own. If you can't even understand why I'm so upset about this, then that just makes it all the more appropriate to divorce, doesn't it? I'll get the divorce papers signed as soon as my mom's funeral is over and done with.
Nina, stop. Just wait a minute, okay? It's not a good idea to rush this, you know? Just stop and think for a bit. Do you really think your mom would have wanted us to divorce right after she passed away? Would you be able to live with that?
Don't act like you have the first idea of what she would have wanted for me, you jerk. In fact, I'm sure she would have wanted me to divorce you after what you did. She'd be furious with me if I let you get away with it. She'd never want me to stay in a marriage with someone who would leave his own little daughter all alone at home to go out and get drunk. If I ignored all that and refused to divorce you, she'd never let me hear the end of it.
You shouldn't put words into her mouth, especially when she's not even alive anymore to speak for herself. Don't you think that's in incredibly poor taste?
I've known her for my entire life, you moron. Obviously, I know how she'd react. We're done, Carter. I'm breaking up with you. I never want to see your face again. Divorcing you will be the last thing I can do to let my mom truly rest in peace. After that, Brenda helped me organize my mom's funeral. It was a small service, with just us and a handful of other close friends and family members. When I got home, I immediately submitted the application for divorce and sent the papers to Carter, who was crashing at Blake's parents' place. At first, Carter put up a lot of resistance. He really didn't like the idea of getting divorced. But when I threatened him with the possibility of taking it to the courtroom, he finally gave in and signed the papers. Considering the circumstances, I was able to secure full custody over Mindy without any trouble. Carter also agreed to make regular child support payments on top of his alimony. Speaking frankly, I expected Mindy to put up some resistance to the idea of me and Carter splitting up. But it turned out this wasn't the first time that Carter had left her at home to go out drinking. I guess the fact that he didn't come home until morning this time was the last straw for her. As a result, she had no arguments about our divorce, nor any complaints about me taking sole custody of her from now on. She'd obviously been struggling in her own way for quite a while, more than I ever realized. I hope that I'll be able to give her a happier, more comfortable home life from now on. My mother was kind and gentle up to her very last moments, and Brenda fearlessly took my side against her own son. I hope that I can be that kind, caring mother to Mindy for the rest of my life. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to leave a like and let us know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon for notifications to see more videos like this one. Take care, and we'll see you in the next video.